he had photo camera, video camera in the other hand. So he was shooting just like hip fire video as he's taking these photos. And I was like, oh, I'm so sorry. This is not going to look good for either of us.
How did they feel when they got it back? Were they like,
yeah, they were like, Hello and welcome to episode 286 of the Wisdom and the Tangents podcast. I'm your host, John Mansfield. Today we've got more Reddit stories for you, more wedding horror stories. And the last time I did a Am I the Asshole episode, y'all really liked it. And I did too. It's fun reading these stories and wild sometimes. But I thought it would be fun to bring on a past guest and a friend of mine to read stories back and forth. So I have Christine Wright coming on the show today, and we are going to be exchanging some wedding horror stories, and then also sprinkling in a few of our own, and you know, the many tangents that we do on the show. We both picked 3 stories each. 6 stories in total. And we're going to go through about half of those. I think we're doing 4, 2 each in this episode. And then in the next episode, we will finish with our grand stories for you next week. But yeah, it's this, buckle in. We've got some stories from the photographer's point of view, from the couple, from people in the wedding party. These are some very interesting wedding horror stories. And if you don't know Christine, she has been on the show before. I probably should have looked up what episode that was, but you know, it's in the show notes. Let's put it in there for you. But yeah, you can go check out, if you're just like, ooh, I really like Christine, I want to listen to more of her and John talk. You can go listen to her episode, which is linked in the show notes, and is episode 232, which I did just look up. So before we get into today's episode and these Reddit horror stories, I did want to give a quick shout out to our sponsor of the show, Pic-Time. Whether you're delivering photos or videos, Pic-Time is the gallery delivery service that you need. Beautiful delivery service. Your clients are going to love it. How easy it is for them to download, for them to share, for them to purchase. The built-in cart and the whole shop there with the automations makes a ton of money. It is so great to have those automations set up that you don't have to go do that on your own. So go check out Pic-Time. You can go to allheartphoto.com/Pic-Time, all one word, and get your first month for free. Okay, now let's get into these wedding horror stories with my friend, Christine Wright. I also may need to take a break because I have 3 kids at home right now.
Yay!
And I was like, hey, tablets for everyone.
Tablets for everyone.
Enjoy your screen time. I'll be in there for an hour.
A lot of screen time for the week today.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I had an episode or recording last week at some point, and I did the same thing because it's summer, and my oldest started playing Fortnite, and that like took a bunch of the internet. So today I was like, no video games.
No video games.
You can watch your baseball YouTube though, and that'll be fine.
Baseball YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
Very happy.
Yeah, he just watches guys talk about YouTube or talk about baseball, and they're just like, yeah, these stats and this guy and watch this play, and I'm like, if this is the content that you are searching on YouTube, I am for it.
Yeah.
This
Like,
is great.
That sounds boring as heck. Like,
yeah. Like, have you heard of Homestar Runner?
yes. Yes, literally. Literally. Have you?
Yeah.
I love Homestar Runner. There's an episode where he tries to teach the cheat how to talk, and it's the word Douglas, and my maiden name is Douglas, and so that episode killed me. Douglas, Douglas. My friend Stacey, like, she introduced me to Homestar Runner, and when that episode came, we were watching it fresh together, and we just were like, oh, Douglas. And then like the ending with like the creek we were just dying. So every once in a while we'll just like send each other voice memos and just be like, Douglas. And that's it.
Great.
That's all we send. We're like, Homestar Runner. Forever in our hearts.
Yeah. I recently found out that they kept making new sketches up until like 2015. Like they're on homestarrunner.com. Like, really? You can just go there and watch they did a whole bunch of stuff, and it was really until like Flash kind of Flash graphics and everything got phased out on the internet, because that's what the whole website was.
It really was.
Yeah, but I remember one episode where it was kind of like a Blue's Clues type deal, where they were trying to be like, can you find the cheat? And he's like hiding behind a box. And then you're like, no, it's not over there. It's obviously right here. And then like the cheat pops up, and then all the little kids are just like, a cheat. And then one of the kids just says, Christopher Columbus. And I lost it. And it is just anytime that anyone's just like, all right, now everyone say this, or everyone, can you find this thing? I'm like, Christopher Columbus. and
no one understands.
No one understands it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Even Homestar Runner fans are just like, I don't even know what you're talking about. But that's one of the things that I remember the most about that. And, obviously the system is down.
Oh, the system is down. The system.
That's what I need to do. I have. So I found out recently that you can change you can tell your phone to do certain things when something happens.
Yes.
So whenever I plug in my phone and charge it, I don't have a charger in here, or I would test it. But maybe I'll like add a clip in here or something. But whenever I plug it in, I just recorded like off of YouTube the sound of Adam Devine from
Maroon 5?
Work. Oh wait, no, maybe not.
Oh wait, no.
Adam.
I was thinking Adam Levine.
Devine. Wait, I don't know. The guy, he was on Work. Oh, what is it? It's not Workplace. He was on The Office, I think. He was on. This is terrible. Boomer from Pitch Perfect.
Oh yeah. Okay, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
What is the 3 workplace something, or work office space? No, that's a movie. I don't know. It's one like his sketch comedy thing that got turned into a show. Sure. There's a scene from there where he's just like, oh my God, I almost died. So I just took that audio. So now every time I plug in my phone, it's him just saying, oh my God, I almost died. And,
I saw that, I think, on TikTok. Old. And I haven't done it yet, but I think that would be great to do something Marvel related for mine, or Scream related. I'm not sure which yet.
Yeah. You gotta find that
obvious one of like Tony Stark, like "Welcome Home, Sir," and it's Jarvis.
Ooh, that would be nice. Yeah.
But I mean, there's so many from like Scream that I could do. Mm-hmm. And considering that my screen is Scream, like that would be appropriate.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. After this Homestar conversation that we had, I think I might change mine to "The System Is Down," and just like a little 3-second clip of that song.
Great.
That won't get
Really
old.
perfect. Like there's just that's just phenomenal.
Yeah.
I support this 100%.
Okay. Yes. Okay. And I will rewatch Scream for the whatever time and look for a tiny little audio bite for you.
I appreciate that. I'm trying to make
no problem. The sacrifices of this friendship.
Woe is me watching scary movies.
I hate it. But Christine, I want to do something I thought would be fun with guests whenever I have guests on the show is do like a little game before we get into what we're doing. I saw that you have your phone handy.
I do. I have the Am I the Assholes ready to read.
Oh, very nice. Okay. So I want to do the let TikTok choose your audio deal.
Okay.
So I can do mine real quick while you pull up TikTok.
That won't be hard.
Yeah. So we're gonna do for the listeners and the watchers, I guess. There's a thing where you just like you take a photo on TikTok and then let TikTok actually choose your audio.
Okay. So what photo am I using?
Oh, you're gonna take a selfie right now.
Oh,
so
okay.
I'm doing there we are. Wait, how do I do this?
Am I taking a photo of us or of just myself?
Just take a photo of yourself and then just put your phone up to the microphone so we can hear whatever audio it chooses.
It did a small video. Hold on. Is it going to do anything? Hold on.
I don't know if it does for a video.
I'm going to go to photo.
Okay.
Hold on. I'm not going to do anything else.
Nice. I don't care. I love it.
That's actually pretty great.
That's a good one. Okay, I like that one.
I'm not mad about it. And that was the hot photo I took of myself. I'm glad that.
Very nice.
You're welcome, everyone.
That's okay. So save that in your drafts so we can like make a TikTok together.
All right. Next.
All right. Let's see what we got here.
Exhaustion. Do I need therapy? I think my brain's fried. No escape from my TikTok feed. Is this exhaustion?
Oh, that's great.
I also think you're being called out.
I think so. I love the Queen parody though.
That's amazing. Do I need therapy? Okay. I'm glad you got that one and I didn't, if I'm being honest. I'm just like, it's too close to home. I already had ChatGPT go through my Instagram feed and tell me what it liked and didn't like, and it was pretty mean to me.
Oh.
So I'm a little fragile right now with technology.
I don't know if I would.
That's my feelings.
I feel like I should probably do that. I think wasn't that one of the things that one of the speakers at the Creative Educator Conference was like, you need to do this, and I was like, I'll make a note. I don't know if I'm ready for that just yet.
I mean, it had valuable insights. It was great,
yes.
But it also was like kind of mean. And I guess I did say, just be honest. It was honest.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the thing. You got to really tell ChatGPT, like, if you want them to be a little bit softer on you, just be like, give me this with, like, some grace.
I'm an Enneagram 8. So, like, if you're soft on me, then I'm just going to assume that I'm fabulous all the time.
Right. Yeah.
So I kind of do need to be called out mildly harshly. And I don't actually take it too seriously. It did sting, but I'm like, but that's fair.
Yeah. Like, but like this is a growth exercise too. So it's going to sting. And I kind of need this. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know.
It could be a totally other
probably
podcast episode. It would be to like put in people's Instagrams into ChatGPT and tell it to roast us.
That would be fun.
Next
time you're on the show, we'll just have ChatGPT roast us.
Just ChatGPT roasts.
Yes. Which, by the way, welcome back to the show.
Oh, thank you.
Welcome to the Two Timers Club. It's a very exclusive club. Not a lot of people here.
So when you hit 5, do you get like the green jacket like they do for SNL?
Yes. You do. Once you hit 5, it's very similar to the green jacket, but it is just like a printed T-shirt.
Even better.
Yeah. And it says 5-timer. On the back, it does say SNL, just for legal reasons.
Of course.
Yeah.
That's what I expect. Bare minimum.
Yeah. Yeah. We'll get to 5. I think the most I've had is 3. Returning. My wife does come on the show every 100 episodes. So every like even 100, she interviews me. And it's been kind of a fun one. So we're coming up.
I like that.
We're in the 280s. So we're coming up in the next probably 5 months or so, hitting 300. This. So she'll be back on.
That's perfect.
So yeah, and then she'll only be one away from
So she'll get the first T-shirt.
She'll get the first T-shirt. And then everyone will be so jealous and be like, "Oh man, I got to get back on this show."
Like, dang, I need to get on John's show more.
Right? Yeah. Okay. Speaking of show, I'm excited to talk about do some Am I the Asshole Reddit stories.
Oh yeah.
And you have curated a few. I have not read them. I don't know. You even sent over like the links and the titles, and I was like, I'm not even going to read the titles.
Oh yeah,
I trust you. I think these are going to be good. So I have no idea what these stories are going to be, and then I have a few as well. So we can just kind of bounce back and forth. Christine, you want to hit us with the first one?
Yeah, absolutely. So. Am I the asshole for asking my husband's uncle to change jackets for the wedding photos?
Ooh, okay. Oh, for like family photos?
Yeah.
I'm interested in what this jacket looks like because it's probably pretty rad or pretty terrible.
Yep.
One of the two.
Yeah. So my husband, 31 male, and I, 29 female, got married a few weeks ago, and everything was lovely until it was time for family photos, which honestly is the way of a wedding.
I was going to say, that sounds like a normal wedding. It's like everything's great until family photos.
Yeah. My husband's uncle Carl, around 70 male, also tracks, came from out of town, and we were all so bad. We were all a little surprised that he came because he did not RSVP, also tracks, until 2 days before when he called from the airport.
Oh.
Go, Carl.
Yeah.
Carl has been somewhat estranged from the family for the past several years, thanks to some strong political differences, which will be important later.
Oh, I feel like I know what this jacket's going to look like.
My husband still wanted to invite him because he didn't want to exclude anyone, and we were both inviting all of our aunts and uncles. I completely supported inviting Uncle Carl. Carl clearly has a distinct style and takes pride in his appearance. He wore a light blue seersucker suit to the wedding with a red bow tie and matching pocket square with little white elephants on it, which looked great in person. I didn't make a connection to elephants being a political symbol because, elephants are majestic, and I agree.
Exactly.
I just thought he liked elephants. I used to work as a photographer and know that seersucker can look strange in photos. I asked if he would be willing to wear another jacket. We had a groomsman that was his size who was willing to swap just for the family photos. You would have thought I asked him to eat his underwear. Great analogy, by the way.
Yes.
He got incredibly defensive and started shouting at me and the photographer outside the church. Go, Carly. That's so good for you. Turns out the elephants were specifically Republican elephants, and he accused me of infringing on his First Amendment rights. Everything escalated.
Wow.
I tried to explain that it was just because of the seersucker print, but he didn't believe me. My husband stepped in, but then started to side with Carl and said he could wear whatever he wanted in the photos and said it wasn't a big deal and that the photographer could fix anything in editing. Kill me.
No.
Fallacy.
Not that.
Fallacy.
Yeah. We will Photoshop a different jacket on you.
Oh, I have other stories of what I've done. Anyways, thank you. I think he was just trying to calm Carl down, but it felt like a gut punch that he wouldn't back me up literally 30 minutes after saying I do. Understood. My husband's intervention didn't matter to Carl anyways, and instead of just wearing his original outfit in the photos, he got in his car and left dramatically. The entire
Good riddance, Carl.
Bye-bye, Carl.
Yeah.
The entire reception, my mother-in-law and my husband's aunts were giving me dirty looks, and it was clear that they thought I had ruined an opportunity for them to spend time with their brother, as if our wedding was just an excuse for their family reunion.
Yeah. Well, they often are seen that way.
They do.
It's like, this is our chance to invite everyone from our family to be here. Even the people that you haven't seen since you were a baby.
In years. I tried not to let it bother me because the rest of the event was really wonderful. But now I'm worried that my in-laws are going to see me as some sort of bad egg that snuck into their family. I don't think I was being an asshole. But based on everyone's reactions, I'm worried that I've just ruined my marriage and my relationships with his entire family over a seersucker suit, maybe looking weird in photos. No, really, it would look terrible in photos.
It would, yeah. They do look great in person. My son has one and loves to wear it. And then we were taking Easter photos this year, and we were like,
"Oh yeah,
we can't really do that. We've got to go with just like, we're going to go plain blue. We can't do seersucker."
I feel like in the show notes we should have a photo of what a seersucker suit looks like. Say that times fast. Seersucker suit. Seersucker suit. Seersucker suit. Sorry.
Oh, that's a good vocal warm up. Unique New York in a seersucker suit.
Like, I understand the family wanting to see him.
Yeah.
But he's in control of how he reacts to things. Right. And he didn't have to have such a strong reaction. And he immediately got defensive. And I'm just
I feel like he was wearing the elephants as like I'm gonna sneak in these elephants and they're not even gonna know. And then whenever she was like, "Hey, can you take that off?" He was like, "Oh no, she figured it out and she's making me change." But yeah, I don't think she's the asshole at all. No. I think that he probably should have just listened to, I get that it's like, it's hard to really comprehend. Like, I'm looking at the suit, it looks fine, but then being like, yeah, it's gonna look weird. There's gonna be, I forget what the term is of like, there's like seersucker, and there's one that's like really tiny, like almost like a very tiny plaid pattern that just, it looks like digital waves, and it's so weird. Whenever it gets photographed.
Sometimes pinstripe doesn't capture well either. Yeah. Also looks digitally weird.
Yeah. Yeah. But I would say no. I don't think she is.
I don't think she was the asshole. In fact, I think that her husband was trying too much to be the nice guy. And that he Especially, okay, if you consider the fact that the photographer is chiming in here saying, hey, it's going to look weird in photos. Like, we don't care about you politically. And he just, at weddings, maybe everyone should just put on their listening ears if you're getting feedback.
Yes. Yeah.
Unless it's being delivered in a rude way.
Yeah. And if the couple is asking you to do something, just do it. Or just be like, you know what? I think I'm just going to sit out this photo then.
Yeah.
I don't want to take off this jacket.
Exactly.
It's not going to ruin anything. You're just not going to have your photo. It's okay.
Yeah.
And they're probably going to be okay with that too.
It just didn't need to escalate to that level.
No. And now there's all the family members who are going to just remember, oh yeah, she said that thing and then he got upset and drove off. And yeah.
I also never love it when, like, in a situation, other people almost like they lack common sense and they just want to pile on to the person who established boundaries and stood up for themselves. And it's funny, she was barely doing that too. She was just more like, hey, we found a solution to something that I know as a photographer is going to be an issue when we're editing these images. Like, we're trying to make you look good for one photo and you can go back to wearing it afterwards. Like, it just wasn't a big deal. And everyone's like now angry. I don't understand the lack of common sense.
Yeah. And the lack of, like, trusting someone else who's saying, like, this from my expertise in this area, I've photographed seersucker suits before. This isn't going to look good. Can you change? And just, like, not hearing their expertise at all and just disregarding all of that because it's like, well, I haven't seen it before, so that's not real.
And I mean, had she said, also you need to remove your red tie and your red pocket square, then I could see how he would interpret it as being politically motivated. But she was just talking about the jacket. And that was it. It had nothing to do with political stuff.
Because he probably could have just been like, hey, could I just move this pocket square over to the other jacket so it matches my tie? Sure.
Like,
cool.
Go off, King.
Come on in here, Carl.
Show off your love for your favorite political party. We don't mind.
Yeah.
We just didn't want to have a very distracting looking jacket for one photo. And you would have you probably would have appreciated it in the long run, making us look your best.
Yeah. Or even just like, hey, can we take one with this jacket and then one without, just to show you?
Yeah.
You can still get this one.
Exactly.
We're not gonna print it.
Exactly. Yeah. And we're never going to show it off anywhere.
Nope.
Okay. All right. That was the first one. What's yours?
That was a good one to kick it off with. Okay. Mine, I've got it up here on the computer. Let me, okay. So this one is called, Cousin Offered to Photograph Our Wedding as a Gift, in quotations. And that's all that I'll read of the title because it gives away a little bit more. Yeah. We know where this is going. Okay. Got married recently. My cousin is a professional wedding photographer and said, as my gift to you two, I would be happy to take the photos at your wedding. And we told him we didn't want him to feel obligated to do that or have him feel burdened with work during a celebratory weekend. And he said he was happy to do it. I have definitely been this photographer before where it was like, I'm going to be there anyway, and you don't have a photographer, I will take the photos as a gift. That's cool. And then, so then they said, we repeatedly expressed how grateful we were and made sure to tag his business in all of our posts. We figured that was that. Now, a few months later, he's received our thank you note for attending and photographing the wedding, and he called to say that he was sorry for any miscommunication, but the gift was taking the time to put us on his busy wedding photography schedule. And that we were still expected to pay, he wants $3,000.
Oh!
Yeah. My gift is just putting you on my calendar. Yeah. So that's not it. That's not all. Not to sound ungrateful, not to sound ungrateful, but it was only him with a camera, no extra equipment or staff members. For less than that price, we could have gone with our original choice of wedding photographer, who had offered more people present at the wedding and a more advanced photography setup. We told him that because he said it was his gift to us, we did not set aside a large photo budget, and we don't have $3,000 to give to him.
Fair, because
Fair.
he didn't send them a contract. He didn't outline it all. His wording was very poor. He did make it seem like it was going to be complimentary, and that was his gift to them.
Yes.
Like,
yeah. When you just leave it open-ended like that, just like, hey, this is my gift to you, and don't say exactly like, hey, my gift is fitting you in on this busy wedding schedule. I have so many photos to edit, but I will get you yours. That's not very clear. Okay, so they continue. He's basically said that we're greedy assholes and don't respect his work and this and that. I feel badly about the misunderstanding, but I think it was an honest mistake on our part that that he bears some responsibility for the expectation being unclear.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. 100%. Yes. Yeah. As 100%. As a professional, you are the one that has to make sure that the expectations are clear. And a contract. And is a great way to do it.
A contract at minimum. Like, sir, you're professional, and you didn't think to send them a contract? Mm-hmm. We don't do that.
A lot of red flags popping up around this guy's business. Okay, last little bit. My parents think that I should just drop. Yeah, there's more. Oh,
sorry.
But wait, there's
more. I thought we were done. I was already like.
So my parents think that I should just drop it and pay them in installments to keep the peace. They seem to believe that I am making this more than it needs to be, which they're it's an uncle. So of course it's a cousin. Yeah. I want to stand my ground, but am I the asshole?
No, I don't want to be the asshole. Not at all.
No.
I think that actually, from my reaction throughout this whole thing, definitely was leaning that way, and I'm just going to confirm. Not the asshole.
Not the asshole.
No. No, in fact, your cousin is the asshole.
At the very least, your cousin is
a douchebag.
Not an organized photographer.
Oh, yeah. No.
And a douchebag, to boot.
I wish there was like a thing I could douchebag check mark.
Yes. No, you've got to have contracts in place. Yes. You've got to have set expectations. Yes. Like I've learned that from just like, even with contracts.
Even sending like an invoice, I don't know, something.
Mm-hmm.
Like, so you're going to spring this on them after you've shot everything. So you literally have all of their images. They trusted you. And now you're like, pay me money. You know, out over a barrel.
Yep. Yeah.
They're in a screwed position.
And he's already delivered some of the images too, because they said that they were tagging his business whenever they posted it.
Yeah.
So you've already delivered and you got their thank you note in the mail and then was like, ooh, that reminds me, you owe me money.
Congratulations. It was just me, but it's $2,000. And I didn't bring a good lighting setup.
No.
But you're welcome.
No. Oh, man. I attended a wedding of a friend once where they wanted to book me as their photographer, but their parents were like, hey, we've got this friend. He lived next to us when you were a kid, and he said that he would do photo and video.
Oh, of course.
For a very low price. And I attended as a friend to this wedding. Mm-hmm. He had photo camera, video camera in the other hand. So he was shooting just like hip fire video
No.
as he's taking these photos. And I was like, oh, I'm so sorry.
No.
This is not going to look good for either of these.
How did they feel when they got it back? Were they like,
yeah, they were like, and they ended up doing anniversary photos with me the next year.
Of course they did.
It was great. We had a great time.
Yeah.
Don't always trust your family member unless they're a professional and send you contracts.
Okay, gather around, everyone. When you hire your photo, video, content creation team, contracts, invoices, bare minimum, that is like foundational. That way everyone is on the same page.
Yep.
That's it. Like, I don't care if it's a family member, a best friend, anything. If anyone in your life who is doing something for your wedding, you have to have a contract for everything. Spell it out, read all the terms. Don't just gloss over it. Ask questions, be clarifying about things, but don't just go off of like a random phone call conversation. Get it in writing and sign off on it.
Yep. Yeah. Even if you have been best friends for your whole life, you know what? This is going to help our friendship by keeping this contract, because we'll both keep our word.
Yeah.
But we also know what our word says because it's in these words that we both signed.
Yep. It's also why I low-key agree about like doing prenup agreements, because I think that marriages are also legally binding situations. So like if you want to clarify a few things before you get into it, not that you're going to assume that you're going to get divorced, but life happens. Life is funny. Like you have no idea how you're going to grow as a person. Like you don't know anything. And you like, as people change, sometimes you grow together and it's beautiful, but sometimes you don't. You can't predict it. So for me, for the rest of my life, it's going to be contracts forever.
Exactly. Yep. There have been some recent people on TikTok that I have parasocial relationships with that I was just like, oh, y'all are getting a divorce. I never would have seen that. And you probably also didn't see that coming. No. But it's like you said, things change. And you do, like, I am not the same person that I was when I got married 13 years ago.
Oh, no.
I'm glad that I'm not the same person that I was. And my wife is also not the same person that she was.
No.
And thankfully, we have grown together through this.
I'm so glad.
Yeah, everyone.
You guys have kids now, and like you're in a totally different space with your business. Like you're just different people. As you age, like people die around you, friends leave you. You go through grief and pain, and it changes you as a person. So
yeah, even just the stress of life changes you. I had a pretty bad period for a while where it was just like, I can feel I'm a different person because of the stress of just everything around.
Everything.
Yeah.
Same piece.
Hashtag therapy. Which TikTok says that I need.
TikTok's like, do you like your therapist? Because you feel like you need a better one.
You should probably follow up.
We're like,
schedule another appointment.
You need a better therapist.
Yes. Have you tried BetterHelp?
Actually, so I think I could be wrong, gentle viewers, but I think that BetterHelp doesn't keep your stuff confidential. So I would just get a very helpful therapist.
Yeah, I would too. Also, not a sponsor, so.
Oh no,
and probably won't be. But yes, get a therapist because what's the worst that could happen?
I could give you my therapist and we can put her in the show notes. She helped me figure out how to become.
Let's call her. Join in this conversation right now.
Samantha was on my podcast where we were dissecting the emotional impact it has on plus size people not being featured in any wedding publications. Or very little unless you're like a star.
That was a good episode.
It was a very good. I'm going to bring her back.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you definitely should.
Undetermined hiatus. Spring got really busy. I really should have mistakes were made. That's all I'm going to say. But it's okay. I'm coming back. I have like a whole thing I'm going to talk about. I've like 2 plus size weddings I'm going to be talking about. Some new gown lines I'm going to be talking about. So I've got content.
Nice. Yeah. No, that'll be good. Yeah, and take you do your podcast schedule, whatever works for you. There's
Hope and prayer.
I've been all over the place with this one.
Duct tape.
Yeah. But yeah, no, that was a good one. You could have her back on to join the 2-Timers Club and get one step closer to your 5-Timers t-shirt.
5-Timers t-shirt.
Okay, Christine, hit us with your second story.
We got tangity.
Your client's experience extends far past the photo shoot and into the photo delivery service. Let's stop using boring old delivery services and clunky portfolio pages where you need to send like a 15-step direction page on how to even download the photos. Enter Pic-Time. Pic-Time is a gorgeous photo delivery service that is so customizable. You can incorporate your brand colors and logo. You can customize how it looks for your clients, all while monitoring how they can download photos, what watermarks you have on there, and a bunch of security for their privacy, and so people aren't just downloading photos here and there. And the best part, which quite literally pays for itself, is the print shop. They have a lot of options with really high quality printers all across the states. Pic-Time also creates sales automations for just about every holiday, which you can easily set up and apply to galleries in minutes, making you extra money and serving your clients with high quality printed artwork. Because we don't want these photos dying on a computer somewhere. Right now, you can get your first month absolutely free by going to allheartphoto.com/pictime. That's allheartphoto.com/PICTIME and get 1 month free. Now, back to the show.
Am I the asshole for removing my maid of honor after months of tension because she kept treating my wedding like it was her big day too, including my honeymoon?
Oh, okay. Huh? This is interesting.
It's going to be a good one.
Okay. I'm just going to let you. I'm like, she joined them on the honeymoon?
23 female. Okay, so their frontal lobes haven't developed. Gentle viewers.
23, yeah.
23
I was 24 and my frontal lobe had not developed completely. I was a baby. It is crazy.
You were a bebe.
I was a little bebe.
You were. Thank you.
And so were they. 23 female.
Gosh, we're never getting through these. 23 female. I'm getting married this summer. My former maid of honor, Maddie, 22 female, and I had been friends for about 10 years and very close for the last 2. Because of that history, asking her to be my maid of honor felt natural and I trusted her a lot. Over the past several months, though, things started to feel increasingly uncomfy. There were a lot of smaller moments where it felt like my opinions about my own wedding really didn't matter. Outside of my wedding planning, a lot of personal boundaries were being crossed too. I kept brushing it off because she seemed excited and I appreciated the help. Planning a wedding is already chaotic and I didn't want to be that bride. I have things to say about that.
I know. Yeah.
Okay. But the more planning that happened, the more it started to feel like she thought the wedding was partially hers. For example, she was genuinely planning on coming on my honeymoon. That wasn't a joke, although I wish it were. She talked about it multiple times like it was a normal plan and even brought it up in front of other people. When I tried to redirect the conversation or laugh it off, she would keep pushing it. It eventually became awkward because my fiance and I didn't know how to explain to my maid of honor that honeymoons are, typically just a 2-person trip. Typically. She also had a habit of referring to things as her big day too, which I tried to laugh off at first, but started to feel strange the more it happened, which was pretty often. There was also several times where she would change ideas and plans behind my back.
Ooh,
I had
no.
a pretty clear vibe in mind for some of my wedding events, but she would take over and start planning things that were completely different without checking with me. When I tried talking to her about it directly, she would sometimes call my ideas lame or try to convince me that I actually wanted what she wanted. The clearest example was the bridal shower theme and invitations. I had mentioned wanting something whimsical / fairy tale, relaxed, and soft. The only specific thing I asked for was pink invitations. She ended up sending out bright blue invitations for a very posh, proper, high tea theme that didn't match what I'd asked for at all. I only found out after they had already been sent and my mom received one. She also chose to host it at her favorite cafe bakery, which would have been fine except for they don't offer gluten-free options and don't allow outside food. I have dietary restrictions and allergies that require gluten-free food, so this was not ideal for my shower.
No.
The final straw was the bridal shower guest list. She was planning the shower with 100% financial help from her parents, which I was genuinely extremely grateful for. But when I asked for a screenshot of the RSVP list, I realized she'd invited a bunch of her own family and friends that I don't know. The guest list had already been limited due to space, and some of my own close friends and family members hadn't been invited for some reason. It became pretty clear that those spots had been used for her family and friends instead. When I asked her about it, she said that since she was planning the shower, she should be able to invite whoever she wanted. Sure, Jan. I tried to explain that I would prefer to keep the shower to people I actually know and who are attending the wedding, but she got very defensive and honestly pretty mean about it. The conversation escalated and she ended up quitting the shower entirely because I didn't agree with inviting her family and friends. She also told me that since it was my decision not to have them there, I needed to be the one to reach out and rescind their invitations, even though I'd never met them and didn't have their contact information. Her reasoning was that the shower was her responsibility, so she could invite whoever she wanted, but since I didn't want them there, I needed to deal with it myself. At that point, I stepped back and realized this probably wasn't just one disagreement. This whole dynamic had been making me anxious for months, and I didn't really feel supported anymore. After sitting with it for a few days and awkwardly reaching out to people I'd never met to undo invitations, I told her I thought it might be healthier and help preserve our friendship if she stepped down. Sorry, someone's calling me. God, if she stepped down and from being in the wedding party. I asked for my house key back. She had one. Sorry. She had one.
It's her. She's calling right now.
No! Back off, Maddie.
It's the bridesmaid.
And I have my phone like all silenced and everything. She had one and would sometimes let herself into our house uninvited and unannounced. Reimbursed her for the bridesmaid dress and sent a check to her parents for the bridal shower deposit so no one would be out money. Her response was basically sending the receipts saying she'd drop off the key and that she hoped everything went as well as I deserved. Immediately after, she blocked me and most of my friends on social media and told me to never contact her again. Now I'm wondering if I overreacted. We were friends for a long time, and I do feel sad that things ended this way. At the same time, the situation had started to feel overwhelming, and I didn't want that kind of tension hanging over the wedding. I feel an enormous sense of relief, but also guilt that I feel relieved. I was starting to dread my own wedding because of her behavior. So, am I the asshole?
No. And I would put money down that this is not the first time that she has done something like this of like taking over the writer, the bride, where it's just like, no, I'm going to do this.
Yeah. And I
probably in that whole friendship,
because it wasn't like wedding related in the past, she probably didn't notice it or appreciated having someone take charge and was just like acquiescing. And when she was like, no, this is my wedding and I have a specific idea for it, and Maddie had other ideas and wanted to Budinsky
Yeah.
tension.
No, I've had Maddies in my life before, and like I have opinions on things, but I'm also pretty easygoing. So like, especially like for food and stuff, it's just like, hey, do you want to go to this place or this place? I'm like, I like both of those places.
Yeah.
I'm Switzerland. I will be happy either place. I don't, whatever you want to do. And there have been people who have taken advantage of that, of just like, oh, well, John doesn't care, so like we'll just do this. And usually I was just like, yeah, that's fine with me.
Yep.
But yeah, in things like this is not, Maddie's definitely overstepping, but probably felt like it was her place to overstep anyway, because she's overstepped in other places in the past.
Yeah. So she's just like, yeah, well, I've done this all my life. How is this different? A wedding is a wedding. When really a wedding is so not only very expensive, but it's like truly like a once in a lifetime event where you're only like very specific close people to you are being invited, who you're all getting dressed up, who you haven't probably had together as a group possibly ever. And you're trying to celebrate with those closest to you in a huge gala type fashion. So like, you can't just railroad your friend into making it your vision, because it's not your party and you're not on the hook for it. You're a guest.
Yeah. No. And I think really this probably helped out the bride in her life to just be like, ooh, this is a pattern. And now I can actually see it, because like you said, it was something big like the wedding. And it's like, oh yeah, no, we don't need this.
And I'm betting
it still feels bad to cut someone out like that and to, quote unquote, ruin a friendship. But what was the quality of that friendship to begin with?
Yeah. And I think that as we grow and learn and our frontal lobes develop, we realize where our boundaries are, and she was crossing a lot of very important boundaries. So it was a nice clarifier, and I know that she's going to go off and make other wonderful friendships, and this will be a great learning lesson for her as to what she wants out of future friendships.
Exactly. Yeah. Most of the people that were at my wedding, they're not really part of my life anymore. Like, we've kind of grown apart, not in an ugly way, but just like we all are on different paths, and sometimes our paths just split off.
Yeah. Exactly. Like 100%. Like they were a wonderful part of your life at that time when you were who you were then. As we grow and evolve, sometimes again, like in relationships, like we don't grow together. Exactly. And it's okay to bless and release people.
Yes. Yeah. Bless and release. Go on with your life.
Love you. You are so wonderful.
All right. Okay, my second one.
I'm excited.
Is, am I the asshole for photographing a wedding like a party when they booked my party package? All details slightly changed to protect everyone's anonymity. I'm a photographer. About half a year ago, a couple booked my informal party package for their event. It's my cheapest package and my most expensive one being the wedding package, which I didn't understand this whenever I first read this one.
Yeah.
The informal party is not a wedding package. This is just
I was assuming
hiring for like a birthday party or like baby shower or something like that.
And then, so I have another question here before we get into that is so on their website, I'm curious whether they did a consultation or if they just have a link and they can just, I don't know. I'm curious how this evolved.
We do get into the consultation.
Okay, am I jumping the shark?
No, yeah, they were kind of dodgy about what kind of party it was,
Gotcha.
which was strange. But money is money, so I agreed. Which, you know, I've been there before, where money is money, and I need money. But also, I think being upfront about like, hey, this is a party, or is this a wedding? Like, just straight up asking.
Yep.
The event was a couple weeks ago. As I pulled up to the venue, lo and behold, people were there in suits and dresses, and there's wedding decor everywhere. Oh boy. So I get in, and the bride and her mother intercept me. They immediately start ranting and berating me about how unprofessional I am for not being 2 hours early, and for wearing a polo shirt and cargo shorts to a wedding. So basically, told them, I basically told them that I would stop. I basically told them that they would stop. This is a very strange sentence. I basically told them that they would stop taking that tone with me, or I'd leave. Okay. We got through that one. Good job, John. Sometimes I have an idea of where the sentence is going.
And then sometimes you're like, I'm just going to say the word
like,
right in front of me. And I don't know where we're.
I know. Yeah. Oh, man.
I don't know where the sentence is going.
Or like reading a novel where I like read the same line like 3 times. I'm like, I've already read this. Cool. Okay. But yeah, so they take the stone with me. I would leave. Then 2 bridesmaids intervened and basically herded the 2 women away from me to try and talk them down. While a 3rd one takes over, giving me shit about how I showed up and how the ceremony was about to start. So she left. I'm assuming to go to the ceremony. Sure. At this point, yeah. So at this point, I was pissed off, but then again, I already drove here and I wasn't about to leave, so I decided to stick through with it. A few more people approached me and gave me crap about how I was dressed up, or not dressed up, but I told them to F off, and I'd only take criticism from people footing my bill, i.e. the bride and groom. The couple apparently decided that having any photos at all was worth ignoring me, and the only people who coordinated throughout the event was the groom's father, who managed to act civil. Now I'm done editing and contacted the clients with my bill, again with these post-wedding bills. Guys, get paid before you do the shoot. I'm done editing and contacted them with my bill, but they said they have some of their friends who have contacted asking for a discount because of how inappropriate I was. I don't see the point, but my fiance suggests that I just give them a symbolic victory with 5% off because they may not have been able to afford my full wedding package. So, am I the asshole?
No, they blatantly lie to you. And I've heard people talking more and more about saying, tell wedding professionals that it's a party and not a wedding to get the lowest price possible. And it's made me put a clause in all of my contracts that are non-wedding related that say if I show up and it's a wedding, we will have a conversation on site about whether you're paying my wedding rates and I stay, or you breach contract and I leave.
Yep.
Those are your 2 options.
Because there's that whole wedding tax that everyone is talking about.
It's not a tax.
And it's not a tax.
It
is
more
work. This
literally
is completely different.
Okay, if we're looking at it from a photographer's perspective and we're showing up to a party, I'm bringing very specific lenses because for me, I'm going to be photographing decor and food. I'm going to be photographing people talking and maybe small pockets of groups, like it's a cocktail hour. So I'm bringing very specific gear for this. I am not bringing a ton of lighting with me, light stands, off-camera flash, several different kinds of lenses. I'm not bringing 2 camera bodies, let alone a 3rd camera body, just in case one of them decides to overheat or have a little hissy fit. Like, I over-prepare for weddings. for a party, I just bring an extra camera body just in case, because Houston is hot and I have a mirrorless camera. Okay. So like she likes to overheat sometimes and has a little bit of like an attitude problem. It's fine. I've just gotten used to her.
Yes.
But like I bring a second shooter. I bring a content creator. Like I have assistants on the wedding day because we want to make sure that we're staying to the timeline. Like there's so much more nuance. There's so many more moving parts. There's so much more at stake that you have to show up and be prepared for, that a party just could never ever be at that same high level. And yeah, we charge for it because we're bringing so much more to it. Like,
oh yeah.
Not
and a lot of times if
terrible
I'm hired
advice.
for terrible. If I'm being hired for like a birthday party or something, I'm usually not getting there at the beginning of the party anyway, because no one's there.
No one's there.
And I also talked to them in consultation before about like, hey, I know your party is like 3 hours. You probably only need me the last 2.
Yep.
Or maybe like the middle 2 or something.
I do have certain planners who've hired me for like I just did a graduation party with a little coterie hired me, and they had this baller setup. So I did arrive early for it because they wanted photographs of all of these details. Yes. And so Lisa Hendricks and Little Coterie have been sharing a lot of that because they had like lobster rolls with like garlic butter dripped on top and like a huge pizza station and everything. So I was taking detail photos before the party started. But like if it's
and plates. I'm just going to take a photo, and I'm also going to take a lobster roll to go.
Maybe.
Yes,
but
that's how we do dessert tables at weddings. Just like, let me get a really close up. I'm just going to grab this one.
Oh my gosh. I'm not winding up in my mouth. So
how that macaron end up here?
But like, like if it's a traditional, like even like a bridal shower, I'll ask, hey, what does your decoration setup look like? Do you want photos beforehand, or do you want me to arrive like maybe 30 minutes after it started, once it started getting going? We're not doing like the awkward hellos and like the latecomers, and that's when we get started with photos. So I let them guide the conversation and the expectation.
Yeah. And what's the attire?
Also,
is this a black tie? Because I've done black tie birthday parties before.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm like, I will show up in black tie. That's cool. I don't want to look like a dude showing up in cargo shorts, which I don't own cargo shorts, but maybe I buy some for a party that I'm photographing. But I want to make sure that I look the part of whatever. I recently did a baby shower for a friend of a friend, and I think I wore this shirt actually, and it was cool. I always like to wear like blue or something to a baby shower.
I also really enjoy showing up to showers or parties in colors other than black, because at weddings I like to either blend in with the furniture or like, so I was talking to someone else about this yesterday. I would love to wear, if it were like not wrong, to wear white to weddings so that I can be a natural like bouncer of light physically. But I can't. So I wear black, and therefore, like if I were to wear a different color like green or pink or red, when I'm taking photos, I might color cast onto people and then have the very hard, horrible work afterwards of trying to remove said color cast. So that's why I wear black, because I'm not putting any color on your skin. I'm actually just absorbing light.
Yeah, so, it's smart. These are the things that we think about as a photographer. Like, what am I going to wear that's not going to cast different colored light on everyone?
Yeah. Like we have to think, it's so funny because I never really was great at science in high school. And now I have to think about the science of light all the time. Yeah. And I don't know which part of science light is like a category of. Again, I was a drama person, okay? I was in choirs. This brain was not meant for physics. Like it's okay. I've come to terms with my brain. But I do, like, it was, especially when I started getting into photography, I had to really work on the science behind it, really understanding what people were saying. I watched a lot of YouTube videos, read a lot of books about the science of perception and perspective and lighting in general. And one of my favorite workshops I ever did was the magic of light, and that changed how I photograph forever.
Oh,
But yeah, science.
Yeah, there's a whole like I don't remember learning anything about light in any like high school class or
no.
even in like I took one photography class in college. There I don't know, they just had us like photographing eggs and they were like try to get a shadow on this egg. I'm like, okay, this I don't understand what we're doing, but yeah, like learning all of that about like light and the power of light and like especially with artificial lights and like how much power that light loses every like square foot or whatever. And yeah, it's like was the inverse square law or something. And yeah, a lot of stuff that I never knew. Have now researched and learned about light and color theory and like the difference of color and light and like magentas and greens instead of like the primary colors that we learn with like painting and stuff.
Yep. And like when you're also like when I go to do engagement sessions, I'm always asking them what like first where we're going, where we are going, and then that creates like the backdrop, and then I start giving them ideas on what outfits to wear and what not to wear, because if we're going to a park and it's really green, I'm going to tell you not to wear green or black to it, because then you're just going to blend into the background and look weird. But if we're doing a studio where it's white or black, then I'm like, all bets are off. Let's go neon. Like we can do whatever you want. What does your skin tone look great with? Let's just have some fun. Just don't wear white if we're doing a white studio, because again,
it's floating heads.
You disappear. Please, for the sweet love of Baby J.
Unless you want to disappear like a weather person wearing green. Just
literally.
Floating heads. We're getting a lot of rain.
Kind of hilarious.
Disembodied head.
So, but yeah, color theory. Never knew that was going to be one of my things.
Yeah.
I grew up in a household where my mom liked to redecorate a room every year, and I was useless. I was not great at wallpaper, because of course this was the 80s, because I'm old, everyone. Right. And so we were putting up the wallpaper banner that goes at the top, like not even like full walls of wallpaper. We're like, this is a very niche 80s, 90s hideous thing that we did. I was not the one.
Like
I could not get
the banner of like the
that
roosters
one strip of wallpaper that just goes along the edge. I lived those days. I watched my mom put that up. Yeah. I was not. Nope, I was not good at it. So the fact that I now can look at colors and like tablescapes and mood boards and like know everything and like add nuance to it, that is a learned skill. That is not innate.
Yeah. And shows you that you can really learn whatever you need to.
Yes. If you want to.
If you want to. Yes. Yeah.
If you're passionate about it.
Before we get into your last story,
such a tangent. You're just going to delete this whole thing.
Yeah, this whole thing. It's been an hour and 4 minutes. We only have 20 minutes worth of good. No, but I'm gonna go. The kids are like staring at me through the door. They're probably hungry or something. I set out snacks, but let me go check on them real quick. My oldest just keeps coming over, just staring at me, not knocking, not anything. But I'll be right back. Thank you for listening to another episode of the Wisdom and the Tangents podcast. I was having technical difficulties whenever I came back from checking on the kids. So we figured this would be a perfect time to cut off. We've also gone a little bit over an hour. So we're going to bring you Christine's last episode or last story and my last story in next week's episode. So stay tuned for part 2 of more Reddit wedding horror stories with Christine Wright. Go give her a follow. She's at Swish and Click on Instagram. I have that link in the bio for you. Also, if you want to join us for live recordings of this show, for bonus little group coaching calls and ask-aways, you can join the Patreon. We have a free tier and a paid tier, which obviously has a lot more included in those. But I would love to have you over there in the community with the other Wit friends. Until next week, keep creating and keep making the world a better place. Bye, y'all.